What's going on, guys? Back on the same lake that I was fishing in my last video, and I was testing out that new ultralight rod. While I was here, I saw a couple good-sized peacock bass. Wasn't able to land any of those, but I have caught some nice peacocks out of here. Actually, now that I think about it, my first ever peacock bass came out of here a couple years ago. So that's going to be the goal for today, get some nice peacocks. So I'm going to be using my medium power, fast action, 7-foot, 1-inch Mojo bass from St. Croix. We got that paired up with a Shimano Sahara 2500. I'm going to tie on a size 8 X-Rap, and we're going to start out with that, throwing it around all over the place. And hopefully we can get into at least a couple nice peacocks today. Alright, so stay tuned, and let's try to get into some of these fish. Alright, size 8 X-Rap tied on. This lure has seen better days. Like literally, I think it was a year ago exactly. I got it early last September. So I have used that same exact lure for about a year now. Caught a whole bunch of fish on it, and it has not let me down yet. And more so, I'm surprised I haven't lost it yet to a snag or something. That duck followed it in. That's the most action I've had all day. Last thing I want is to catch a duck on a lure. And he's looking at it again. Look at that duck go. Oh, okay. That was a close one. Kept it in there a little too long. Alright, that's a stupid duck. I've never had a duck go after a lure before. Alright, so I have now covered a very large portion of this lake. Got a couple follows, but not so much as a strike. I've tried a lot of different retrieves. Right now I'm doing straight retrieve. I've tried some jerks, tried some twitches and some pauses, but just nothing, which is really surprising. Fish on. Oh, peacock. First one of the day. Not big, but I will take it. Come here, guy. All right. Alrighty, check this guy out. He is in rough shape. Look at that dorsal fin. The color's all mixed up. Looks like he was attacked by something at some point in his life. I think both sides look the same. But our first peacock of the day, I am happy with this one. We'll let this one go, and then we'll keep making our way around this lake. Alright, so I gotta say this. I did get it on the X-Rap. I've been throwing this thing around for about an hour now. That's the one hit we got, the one fish we caught. I really like the X-Rap, and I think I use it kind of to a fault, right? I know the X-Rap works. It's one of my trusted lures. So like I said, it took me an hour to get my first hit. But I don't want to switch it up because I know that lure works. Even though it hasn't been working today, I trust that lure more than all the other lures I have to a fault, right? I think after an hour I probably should have switched to something else, but now that we got a fish, it kind of confirms my little prejudice there. But we'll keep fishing the X-Rap. Let's try to get some more peacocks. Fish on. Oh, it's a spotted tilapia. This guy's pulling stronger than the peacock though. Let's get him on in here. Made two nice runs. It's a good sized tilapia. All right, fish two. not a peacock, but this might be the biggest spotted tilapia I've ever caught. This thing is a monster. Put up way better of a fight than that peacock, even though it wasn't even that big of a fight. But nice size on this one. I don't know, well over a pound, pushing 2. So let's let this one go. And it's 2 fish, so let's try to get at least one more here before the sun sets. Fish on. Looks like a largemouth, I think. Maybe a small peacock. A small largie. Come on up here. Fish 3. Alright, fish number 3 for the day. Nice little largemouth. I don't know, about a foot or so, maybe a little bit bigger. But not bad. So we picked up here 2 fish in the last 5 minutes after getting 1 in the first hour and a half. So let's let this one go, and now let's get one more. We still got about half an hour before sunset. Fish on. Little guy. Let's see what this is. Of course, he's wrapped up in all this algae. Definitely not a big one though. What is this? Little Mayan. Alright, literally about a minute ago I was just thinking, wow, I have not caught a Mayan yet because I catch these guys all the time. But sure enough, fish number 4 is our first Mayan. So I'm happy though. We got 4 fish and 4 different ones. I would like some more peacocks, but not complaining. So let's let this one go, and let's keep working our way down this little lake. Fish on. First cast after that Mayan, little largie. Come on up here. All right, first cast right after that Mayan. We got our second largie of the day. Not a big one, but I mean, what is this, 5 fish right now in the last 10-15 minutes after only getting 1 in an hour and a half. So it is sunset, so I guess the fish are feeding a little bit heavier. But I'm happy with this one. Yeah, so I don't know what changed. I mean, I'm trying out the same retrieves. Right now, just a steady retrieve seems to be working. But like they say, dawn and dusk seem to be the 2 best times to fish. And I got here around 5, a little bit after 5. And it took me a while to get my first fish, about an hour and a half. But now we're about half an hour before sunset, and the action sure has picked up. So that is going to do it. I am calling it a day. Been out here about 2 hours, super slow in the beginning. I don't know really what was going on, couldn't get anything. Then picked up 5 fish here in the last half hour or so, give or take, all on the X-Rap. So I have a question for you guys. I'm sure to start the day, you tie on whatever you trust the most, whatever you think is gonna get bites that day, you tie on. For me, in most cases, and today, that was the X-Rap. But at what point do you take that off and tie something else on if you're not getting bites? So I trust this lure so much that even after an hour and a half of nothing, I still kept it on, and it ended up producing for me here down the stretch. But maybe I would have had more action if I switched to something else earlier, or maybe whatever I switched to wouldn't have gotten any bites, and I would have caught 0 fish today. So it's kind of a catch-22, right? You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So when do you guys switch? Like, at what point do you say, all right, enough with this lure, let me tie on something else and hope that works, right? But one peacock, couple other fish, so no skunk, so I'm happy. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.